Okay, your presentation time starts now.
Transformation. Our mission is to change perception, creating a new perspective.
The call for a better living arises from every corner of the world.
Constantly moving towards this dream, step by step.
Providing solutions is our core mission.
I can't. I won't.
I will not.
I won't make it.
It's hard.
And it is impossible. Has been used far too often by the youth of this country, igniting minds, project by project, and enhancing entrepreneurship. We commit, we persevere,
and we go an extra mile. In the current year, Enactus MUT embarked on 5 projects, but today we'll take you on a journey of 2 projects. Our first project enhances entrepreneurship, and our second project aims at transforming education into a national asset.
Umlazi is one of the largest townships in the country, has high unemployment rates, leaky economic growth, and an increase in criminal activities. The youth of this township has lost hope.
Despite this negative identification, there is little optimism in order to instill ingenuity. As pioneers of transformation, we serve to bring changes in the lives of many residents in the community of Umlazi.
Ndumiso Muge, a young entrepreneur who fought against all odds presented by his surroundings in order to create a better perspective for himself and a new perception about Umlazi as a whole.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
Vidima Creations Project.
The inspiration behind Vidima Creations Projects was an identification of a large number of wooden pallets and scrapbooks that were disposed of and burnt by big corporate companies. We then came up with an innovative idea of reusing the scrapbooks and pallets to form a piece of art, which is furniture.
Upon a needs analysis conducted by Enactus MUT, it was identified that Vidima Creation was hindered problems that hindered the growth and progression of the business. These challenges include an unidentified target market,
an unsuitable business location,
poor record keeping,
poor management of funds,
and a lack of product variety.
It was then identified that the furniture production business has a high entrance barrier, and for Vidima Creation to compete successfully in the market, a product differentiation strategy had to be implemented. The overall status of this project was that Ndumiso had an informal partnership with Nyanyado Business Enterprise, owned by Mr. Keswa, who has been in the carpentry industry for more than 10 years, with an employment history of 25 years at Nampak. Mr. Keswa was the official supplier of pallets to Nampak, but he is now currently providing them with the service of maintaining their pallets. There were many opportunities available to our beneficiary, yet he was unable to identify certain livelihood assets. As a result, his business nearly collapsed.
As for the human livelihood asset, we learned that Mr. Keswa was willing to assist our beneficiary with equipment and a workshop for production purposes. Mr. Keswa maintained his interest in the growth of Vidima Creations. As Enactus MUT, implementing change is our desire. We then came up with solutions and arranged them in order of importance.
Our first step was to help Ndumiso with his business registration. This was successful since he is now a holder of a BEE certificate and a tax clearance certificate through Abakwaning Business Solutions, creating credibility of his firm and allowing him to trade flawlessly with different organizations.
We initiated financial management classes thereafter. Regular workshops were conducted on budgeting, pricing of products, branding, and bookkeeping skills by NetBank and the Department of Accounting at MUT. With our assistance, the beneficiary can now...
Our beneficiary had a dream, but lacked direction. As a result, he made a lot of entrepreneurial errors. We had to install business ethics, discipline, and create a formal contract when entering into business ventures with other partners. Using the Porter's model as a framework of analyzing the level of competition within industries and businesses, a differentiation strategy had to be implemented to ensure that Vidima Creation competes successfully in the market.
To further minimize his manufacturing cost, we came up with an innovative idea of developing his markets while capitalizing on the potential of converting disregarded wood into desired furniture. To date, our project's beneficiary can build any wood item from dog kennel to outdoor couches, coffee tables, and windy houses using pallets and disregarded wood. As a result, his product range has proven to be successful.
We then implemented promotional tools which included the establishment of a Vidima Creations website and business cards. A Facebook page was created as a form of networking and communicating. The alliance between Vidima Creations has resulted in gaining access to Enactus customer base. Having an experienced partner like Mr. Kesa has added value to Ndumiso's business.
Working together with our beneficiary, we've been able to secure a partnership with Mahala Beds and Furniture in the Central Business District of Durban. A written contract was signed, warranting Ndumiso to be the primary supplier of furniture. Now this means that our beneficiary will be supplying more than 60% of furniture to the store, allowing him to have fixed income, thus contributing to the growth of his business.
When we initiated this project, our mindset was not only to empower our beneficiary, but to further enhance him in a way that he empowers the whole community, thus creating job opportunities and seeing beyond possibility.
All this proves that we have effectively empowered our beneficiary and his quality of life has improved. He is now more confident, courageous, eager to succeed, and has landed himself a contract which ensures monthly income and demand. His passion continues to grow and his entrepreneurial skills have magnified.
The Vidima Creations project has successfully used the Enactus judging criterion, and as a result, we have been
socially aware. The partnership formed between Enactus Business Enterprise and Vidima Creation has been vital. We formed together the Department of Accounting in MUT, Mrs. Stula, the owner of Mahala Beds and Furniture, and Mr. Kesa, the owner of Enactus Business Enterprise, to ensure that our project is successful.
environmentally aware. We initiated the reuse of scrap woods and pallets, turned them into the work of art. The use of scrap woods and pallets as raw materials saves the environment from being exposed to the carbon emissions that are created from the burning process.
Economically aware. With the contracts being secured between Vidima Creations and Mahala Beds Furniture, Ndumiso will be generating an income of 10,000 rands a month. Vidima Creations has 2 permanent posts and 4 internship opportunities available.
In ensuring sustainability, we have secured 2 contracts for the business, being the supplier and the distributor. The guidance of the project will be overseen by the Department of Accounting at MUT and our very own alumni, who is also a BAB member, working for NULEC Professional Accountants.
Indeed, we are the pioneers of transformation. We are changing mindsets for the better while keeping the flame of entrepreneurship burning.
In certain institutions, including our own, Mangosuthu University of Technology, our fellow students are struggling to utilize library facilities and computers. This resulted into poor performance in their studies. Enactus MUT intervened and conducted a survey.
In doing so, we identified that a number of students come from the rural areas. We then went through those rural areas in the province of KwaZulu-Natal and identified an area 325 kilometers away from our institution on the outskirts of Ulundi, Guatemala. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
The Phumelela Resource Center.
A study was conducted by Enactus MUT on local schools' conditions, library accessibilities, and computer centers. The findings were unspeakable. Guatemala is on Ward 4 with 34 schools and no library.
The learners from all these schools use one library, which is in Ulundi, and for a learner to arrive at this library, one needs to spend an amount of 70 rand, which in the rural areas is a meal for at least 3 days.
Now, these are some of the challenges faced by the community of Guatemala: illiteracy, high crime rates, unemployment, and teenage pregnancy.
The youth in this community lacks information on career pathing.
Inequality and lack of self-confidence between the learners in the urban areas and those in the rural areas.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Our first implementation stage was to forge a long-term relationship with various stakeholders. We began by approaching the MUT Resource Center and the Department of Information Technology. They reinforced our vision as the MUT Resource Center donated 20,000 books and furniture with over 300,000 rands. The Department of Information Technology donated 15 computers worth 36,000 rands.
All Old Mutual, Kwakibuza Community Library, Tonga Central Library, together with Bridge Publication in Trademarks, donated 3,500 books worth more than 18,000 rands. Indeed, we are working towards transforming education into a national asset.
We also secured a sponsorship from AVI amounting to 60,000 rands. This money was used for project expenses, including the transportation of all the books and furniture that were secured from the resource center. In the words of Utata Mandela, investing in education is investing in a prosperous future, and this was our first step towards uplifting our communities through education.
Our second step was automatically launched. We consulted the Councillor of Kwateza, Ulundi Municipality, principals of local schools, and Ulundi Library Service in order for them to help us in building the centre. They helped us in identifying a disregarded community building which needed renovations worth 107,000 rands.
Owing to circumstances beyond our control, we were unable to utilize this building. However, with the assistance of the Ulundi municipality and the chief of Kwanondayane, we were able to secure another building in Kwanondayane, which is still in Kwateza. This building also needed renovations.
When we see a challenge, we become motivated. We convince the municipality to assist us with the renovation expenses.
The building has been renovated and fenced for safety and security purposes. We, as Enactus NUT, the mayor of Ulundi, together with the Ulundi municipality, formally launched the Kwanondayane Library on the 13th of July, 2015.
As part of our growth and expansion strategy, driven by the will of transforming people's lives, we replicated this initiative to another area, Kwaswaimani, traveling over 105 kilometers away from our institution. Kwaswaimani is a village in the Midlands of KwaZulu-Natal, and it presents the worst of rural life: dire poverty, drugs, crime, illiteracy, and unemployment.
Enactus MUT embarked on a mission to make a difference in the lives of the people of Kwaswaimani. The latest initiative was the refurbishment of the Itembalete Community Library. It has been designed for schools under the community of Kwaswaimani. This building belongs to the community under the Dumisa Tribal Authority. It is managed by a very dedicated woman, Mrs. Gumede, who took the initiative of making change in the lives of the youth.
In order to ensure smooth operation and sustainability of the resource center, we approached various stakeholders, one being Ms. Zimbabwe, the Chief Education Specialist of the Education, Library Information and Technology Services, Ellis, who coordinates all educational centers across KwaZulu-Natal.
A memorandum of understanding was signed between parties. She sponsored us with 13,000 books worth 76,000 rands, as prescribed by the Department of Education as part of the syllabus.
The second stakeholder being Kwaswaimani Ambassador for Youth Development, who conducts school leadership training to the youth of Kwaswaimani. They'll be doing fundraising and coordinating reading clubs. We have involved them in the daily operation of the Resource Center for a renewable contract of 5 years. This agency was formed to create a better education to the youth of Kwaswaimani.
Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is sustainability in progress. Working together is success. We have combined various stakeholders in order to accomplish a reciprocal goal.
Considering the relevant social, economic, and environmental factors.
The environmental factor, the Pumelela Resource Center practices green marketing. We turned a disregarded building into a resource center.
Covering the social factor, we brought together the MUT Resource Center and Ulundi Municipality in our skills transfer program.
A long-term partnership has been formed with Enactus MUT, Ulundi municipalities, schools principals, councillors, and Ulundi Service Library to ensure the sustainability of this project.
Learners from different areas meet at one point in order to share information and knowledge.
And the economic factor.
15 job opportunities have been created, resources and sponsors worth over 500,000 rand.
The business incubator has been put as next step for the project. Kwaswaimani has a vegetable garden run by the women of the area, which also sells the school spirit schemes that's being in line with the entrepreneurial approach.
As a strategy to enhance entrepreneurship, we are currently in talks with USASA, Itala Bank, Sanka Connection, and together with Ulundi Municipality, we introduced a service of mobile money, selling of airtime, prepaid electricity, as well as access to internet. Charges from these transactions will be used for the daily operation of this project.
The economic development strategy focuses on improving the skills of the workers, reducing the cost of doing business and availing business resources.
Their quality of life has improved. The 15 individuals have jobs, therefore allowing them to provide for their families. They are now more confident and respected in their communities.
Through the skills acquired, they are now able to perform and execute their tasks with utter confidence. The learners now have adequate information when it comes to career pathing. Due to opportunities we created this year, our youth can confidently say,
I can.
I will make it.
And it is possible.
Success is not determined by the outcome, but the outcome is determined by the livelihood strategies used to bring about success.
Our alumni board forms part of our business advisory board, as well as project mentors. We have two not only active but effective faculty advisors.
We have an ushering program for both internal and external function, host annual fundraising events, and have financial support from the Department of Marketing.
We have great institutional support from the Vice Chancellor, the Dean of Students, and the Director of IRDCE, leading to our team being financially stable.
Our team consists of students from all faculties who combine their skills in order to bring change in their communities. Ladies and gentlemen, 114 members share one mission, which is to change perception and enhancing the entrepreneurial spirit.
Our projects are based on saving the planet,
Creating opportunity,
Empowering people.
And this is our success.
114 is the number of members since the Enactus Brand Awareness Program.
20 alumni and 2 PAPs strengthen our team.
reaching over 500,000 people through our media coverage.
creating over 28 job opportunities,
63 lives directly impacted.
Over 21 lives indirectly impacted.
Raising our beneficiaries' income into a minimum of 10,000 rand per month.
36,300 books donated.
Traveling over 31,300 kilometers both by transport and foot.
investing over 577,000 in the Pumalala project alone.
Enactus MUT impacted 21,316 lives.
Uplifting communities deed by deed.
Opportunities were created.
Indeed, we are the pioneers of transformation. We are changing mindsets for the better while keeping the flame of entrepreneurship burning.
We live our values of passion,
Innovation.
Integrity,
Seizing opportunity.
Enactus MUT, transforming lives.
Okay, we'll now begin the question and answer time. 5 minutes for questions from the judges.
Hello. You guys highlighted social issues such as crime, pregnancy, and drug abuse. I have 2 questions which are interrelated. You've supplied books, you've started a computer center. I would like to know, have you gone back to do research now that community members have information at their disposal to see if the level of crime has gone down, 1, to see if the level of pregnancy has also gone down, 2. And the reason why I ask is because you said you are working towards career pathing. What career path will I have if I'm pregnant in high school? So I would like you to answer that one first. And then the second one, I would like to know, with your libraries, are they inclusive of adults who are interested in Abbott, or those who just want to read and write, or this is just for kids?
Thank you very much for your question, ma'am. To answer your question, the very first thing that we did as an Enactus MUT was doing that skills research and finding out that there are challenges that were faced within the Ulundi Center. As a result, we came up with an option of creating a resource center. The resource center was launched on the 13th of July this year. So from here on, moving on to phase 3 of our project, we will be going back and finding out feedback within a 6-month period to find out actually how far has it made in terms of impact on the